Welcome to the cocktail bar with Aaron the Black Dragon. You wanna make some cocktails, wanna learn how to do a few things, or just wanna try to experiment around? Then you're more than welcome, because this is what we're gonna do on this thing. A new thing that I'm gonna do every now and then because I like mixing cocktails and I thought it would make a nice video for this week. And what we are going to do today is ATBD's special mix. And this is a cocktail that I just recently created because I wanted to do something more interesting for my channel, and so I thought making some cocktail that is purely original and looks kind of unique was something to go there. What we're gonna need is 1 cl of blue curacao, 1 cl of grenadine syrup, 1 cl of cream, 1 cl of coconut milk, and 15 cl of lychee juice. Also, we're gonna need some ice cubes and also some crushed ice that we're gonna do afterwards. We're gonna need a strainer, a chica, a shaker, and some fruits for decoration. So the third thing that we wanna do is gonna take some ice cubes and make them into crushed ice so that we can chill off our glass while we're preparing the rest of the cocktail. If you don't have anything to crush your ice cubes with, you can use a plastic bag and a hammer and do it manually. It's also lots of fun to do it this way, but I have a machine for that and I'm gonna do it right now. So now that we have crushed off our ice, we're gonna take it and scoop it just right into the glass. We're gonna do this so that the glass is cool and chilled when we're gonna pour in our cocktail. But don't top it off too much because you want to make sure that all of the ingredients still have place in it. I'm just gonna fill it up until here. And the rest is gonna wait. We're gonna take our shaker. There are two different kinds of shakers. This is a 2-piece shaker where I just take the glass and stick it in like this and it's sealed off tight. There is also a 3-part shaker, but I'm not the biggest fan of them, so I'm gonna take this one. But what we're gonna do before we start with anything is we're gonna take our ice cubes here and throw them into everything so that it's cool and chilled when we shake it. So filled up with ice cubes, now we can start up the combination. First thing we're gonna take is blue curacao. It's basically a orange citrus liquor. So again, we're gonna take 1 cl. And this is how it looks like, blue and nice. Also, when making a cocktail, you want to make sure that you go from the thickest liquid that you have, so like syrups or cream or something like this, to the lightest liquid. So you want to top it off with the alcohol or the juices so that you basically wash out your little chica right here. So next we're gonna take the grenadine syrup. It's a pomegranate syrup. And we're also gonna take 1 cl of that. If you're not sure how to hold the thing, you also can top it off here. It's totally okay to do that. Not too much, those things are really sweet. So now that we've added the grenadine syrup, we're gonna take some cream, unwhipped, and also add 1 cl of that in our mixture. 1 cl, and in with it. Also what I've decided to take in there is coconut milk for a little bit of flavoring. And dump it right in there. So I went ahead and cleaned the cheek out because I'm not gonna need the smaller side anymore. I'm gonna switch over to the bigger side because I'm now gonna take 15 cl of lychee juice, and therefore the bigger side is a bit more appropriate because I can fit 5 cl in there. 5, 10, and 15. So now that everything is in our little shaker right here, we're gonna take the other part of the shaker and just plop it right in there. It fits itself, and then we're gonna start the shaking. Just wanna say, if you use a 3-part shaker, you don't wanna use a towel to protect everything, because if they have a dent or anything somewhere, they're not completely sealed off anymore and they're gonna spill everywhere. So now that we are done with shaking, we're just gonna go ahead and give it a little pop on the side. And we're gonna take it on the side that's not tilted in any way, because otherwise you're just gonna fixing it in. You're gonna pop it right from the side and then it plops right out. It's light and foamy in here, but we still have our ice cubes and we don't want to have the ice cubes in there. And also down there itself built some water, so we're gonna take our strainer, plop it on there as good as possible, and then gonna go to the sink and strain off the excess water that we have from the ice now. So there's no water inside there anymore, and now after that I'm gonna go ahead and use the strainer on this, just so that we get the big ice cubes out. And we're gonna go ahead and strain it in here. So we topped it off perfectly here. So that looks rather nice, but we're not completely done yet. I'm gonna start making some decorations for this glass. I'm gonna take an orange and a kiwi and make some little preparations for all of that because we wanna have it looking nice. Cut off the butt end of the orange, just like that. And right there we have a perfect little slice of orange. So we're gonna go ahead and cut a nice edge in here. And then we're gonna top this right at our cocktail. Next off, we're gonna take the kiwi and basically do the same thing. We're gonna go and take off the butt end. There we have our nice little kiwi slice. But because that would just be too easy, I'm gonna go ahead. So, I cut out a few spikes and let the butt end here a bit thicker so that I just can take it and place it right on the cocktail. So this is the first cocktail that I made on the cocktail bar. So I hope you enjoyed it. It was something simple, it was nothing too complicated, and we're gonna do some more old school cocktails in later episodes, but I thought for the first episode we're gonna try something a bit unique and something of my own ideas. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, how about a comment down below? I really would appreciate that, and hope to see all of you to the next cocktail bar and every other video that I make. So bye! That really tastes good.